The engine coughed one last time and went dead on that lonely stretch of country road, leaving me in total darkness with only the faint glow of dying dashboard lights. It was 2 a.m., the air bitterly cold, and not a single car had passed in hours. My phone showed no bars, battery draining fast as I flicked on the flashlight to peer under the hood, seeing nothing but steam and tangled wires I didn't understand. Fear crept in as I realized how truly isolated I was. Endless fields on both sides, thick woods beyond, no house lights anywhere. I sat back in the seat, debating whether to walk or stay, when distant headlights finally appeared, growing brighter until an old pickup truck pulled up behind me. A young woman climbed out, boots crunching on gravel, her face illuminated by my hazards, pretty in a natural way, with wind-tossed hair, worn jeans, and a thick jacket over flannel. She called herself Sarah, said she lived on the family farm just a mile off the road, and often checked the stretch late at night after feeding livestock. Without hesitation, she looked under the hood, diagnosing a snapped fan belt quickly, her hands sure and greasy from years of fixing machinery. She offered to tow me back to the farm where her dad had a full shop and spare parts, insisting it was no trouble and safer than leaving me out here. Grateful, I climbed into her truck, the cab warm and smelling of hay and coffee, as she radioed her father to meet us. The farmhouse emerged from the dark, windows glowing yellow, barns hulking nearby like silent guardians. Her dad, a quiet, weathered man with kind eyes, greeted us without surprise, already firing up the tractor to tow my car. They fed me hot soup and cornbread in the cozy kitchen, refusing talk of payment, saying strangers in need were rare but always welcome. Sarah showed me to a spare room upstairs, her smile lingering a bit too long as she wished me goodnight, leaving me to drift off in clean sheets, wondering if this breakdown was bad luck or something else entirely. Morning light filtered through lace curtains, waking me to the smell of bacon and fresh coffee, with Sarah knocking softly to say the car was nearly ready. Over breakfast, her dad explained the repair, a new belt and quick tune-up, while waving off my wallet, claiming neighbors helped neighbors even if they didn't know each other yet. Sarah drove me back to my car, chatting easily about growing up here, how she loved the land but sometimes felt trapped, dreaming of travel while feeling duty to stay for her widowed father. There was an ease between us, laughter coming quick, and when we reached my running car, she hugged me goodbye, slipping a note in my hand saying to call if I ever passed this way again. I drove off waving, heart lighter, but over the following weeks, her note burned in my pocket until I found excuses to detour back one evening with flowers and wine as thanks. She welcomed me like an old friend, her dad conveniently out at a livestock auction, and we talked on the porch swing until stars came out, her hand finding mine, kisses following naturally under the vast sky. But as nights spent there turned into weekends, subtle things unsettled me. Locked doors I wasn't shown, old photos of young men who looked vaguely familiar, her possessiveness growing. One midnight I overheard whispers about keeping this one and the others didn't last, panic hitting when I tried to leave and found my tires slashed. Running through the fields, her voice calling sweetly, then angrily, dogs unleashed, I hid in cornrows until dawn, escaping on foot to the main road where a passing trucker picked me up. Reporting it later, authorities found the farm abandoned for years, burned out long ago, no trace of life. Yet I still have the repaired belt, her number scrawled in my wallet, and on quiet nights I swear I hear that truck engine idling outside, waiting for me to drive alone again into the dark. Therapy helped for a while, convincing me it was stress and imagination, until months later, on a different lonely highway, my car died the exact same way at 2 a.m. once more. Flashlight shaking, I stepped out, and there she was. Sarah, stepping from the shadows as if she'd always been waiting. Same smile, same offer to the farm just down the road. This time, I didn't hesitate. Something in me wanted the warmth, the escape from my empty life, and I followed willingly into the truck. The house welcomed me back like no time had passed, supper waiting, her arms around me, and days blurred into seasons of farm work, her touch.
isolation that felt like belonging.